Hey guys, it's HalieCakes. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to build a indoor park. So this was very hard for me to build. You will see me. Okay, so what's going on now? I'll just start from this point. What is going on now is I'm trying to build a one-story building because I was like, yeah, that's enough room. The trees won't go over the roof height. No big deal. I was completely wrong. And also, I don't know if there's any other way to build like a clear glass roof. If you want the roof to work, you have to have get together. If you don't have get together, then I am so sorry. But this is the only way that I could make my vision come true. Unless there's another way to make the roof just like completely see-through or something like that, let me know in the comments down below because I'll re-edit it and then re-upload it if that's the case. But I don't know how to do that, and I wanted it to be a glass roof. So that's the closest thing I could come to. So you'll see me here just kind of going back and forth with this whole like glass everywhere and all these windows and doors and whatnot, and I end up changing it completely as always. I was just gonna edit this out, but I was like, no, you guys will probably want to see this, my horrible mistakes that I made while trying to build this building. So if you have Get Together and if you have the base game, obviously, you should be pretty much set with this build. I didn't try to use a lot of like custom content or anything like that, or even just expansion packs really, because I really wanted everybody to download this because I think it's super cool. I haven't seen anything like this in the Sims world before. Maybe there is something else out there and I just haven't found it, but this is my rendition of it, and I really wanted to build an indoor park. Also, my other inspiration was toddlers. So I really wanted this to be focused on like children and family and whatnot. So there's a lot of like kid stuff in there. There's like a little toddler area as well. Cause I think with the new update, I don't think it like updated any of the parks for all the toddlers then. Not that it really should, but there are things that like toddlers can play with at the park, I guess. If that makes sense. So there's like, little toddler things. I also put a toddler potty in the bathroom as well because I don't want your toddlers pooping their diaper because that's not fun when they can just use the potty, right? So here I am going around the building with all of the windows, and this is like the final like building or skeleton of the place. I finally figured out what I was doing wrong and what I needed to do right, and it turned out really well. I started off with putting those banners on the wall right there, but then I realized I was like, let's not do that, even though it looks really good. So this is an idea. If you want to change what I put there and at the very end, then you can totally use that idea because I think that looks so much better than what I had going on. But I just want it to be accessible for everybody to use, and I don't want a bunch of things disappearing when people download it, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is an exciting build. I actually really like it. This build is in Magnolia Blossoms, I believe. I believe that's what the town is called. I can't remember. I'm so bad with names, you guys. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, I don't remember like diddly squat really. I just build in the game. I don't play with my Sims. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I never play with Sims. I do not care for them at all. Maybe one day I will. I know in one of my videos, like really far back, I did a, I guess, playthrough of like one of my alien Sims, and I had the worst time ever. It was really hard for me to like do commentary, and I'm like not that funny, and it was just awkward for me. So maybe once I get a little bit better with like talking and like saying stuff, maybe I'll go back to playing The Sims and recording it and everything. But as of right now, I'm just gonna keep doing builds and like create a Sims and whatnot. Unless you guys have any other suggestions, I'm totally up for them. If you guys want me to build anything, I will do my best to build it. I promise you. I love new ideas, and I feel like I come up with a lot of good ideas, but every once in a while I just have like the worst brain fart in like ages, and I can't think of anything to build, and then I have to like go out and like find what other people are doing, and then I don't like doing that because I don't want to copy them, and it's just a whole ordeal. So if you guys have any ideas for me to build, or even just create a sim, or anything to do with The Sims, or anything really, let me know in the comments down below because I'll totally take a stab at it, for real. Back to the game. One thing I learned while building an indoor park is that, one, you can't use the spray paints inside no matter what. Even if you have on the cheats and like the moo or the BB move objects thing. You cannot use spray paints inside. It will not let you. You also cannot use fountains inside as well. That little like quote unquote fountain in there is actually a pool. Hopefully your Sims can't swim in there. I didn't see any of the townies trying to swim in there because I had like a little blocked gate and whatnot around it. But you can only put pools inside. You cannot put water fountains, which I find really strange. I mean, I've been in buildings before that have water fountains inside. So maybe they'll update that one day. They probably didn't care enough to do it. That's one thing I learned while building an indoor park. So if you ever want to build one, those are some tidbits. So moving on to the back, this is the little spot that has like an art easel. I also put a statue in there as well, just for your Sims to hang out and enjoy the outside world and also paint the statue, which I think is really cool. Then the other side we have the community garden, so your Sims can put little seeds in the ground or they can put them in the pots and everything. Another thing I just remembered, the lighting in this building is awful, and I am so sorry, you guys. I tried really hard to get the lighting to work in this building, but it is impossible. It all depends on where the house is built and where the house is like put down on the lot. You guys can mess with it. I messed for it for probably about 15 minutes and I couldn't figure anything out. I tried to put lights in there. I might go back and actually put more lights in there just so your Sims can be there at night. The lights do work on the inside at nighttime, but it's just not as bright as I want it to be. So you guys can play around with that and let me know if you have any suggestions or I don't know. I really don't know what else to do for that, but everything else was fine except those like 3 problems that I ran into. So now I'm just adding the finishing touches on the outside. I added some more plants and I added in these hot air balloons on the walls as well that kind of give it a more decorative feel. So this is where the banners were originally going to be, but I opted out for them. If you guys want to put the banners back on there, totally up to you. Doesn't matter to me. I think they look a little bit better, but again, I wanted everybody to be able to download this and not have any problems. I also added in that little cute elephant in the back right there. I thought that was adorable. I would think the little toddlers and kids would love that. But moving on to the front of the building, this actually might have to be one of my favorite parts of the build. I added in a fountain. So this one isn't tricking you guys as a pool. This one is actually a fountain. I added some plants around it, and then I also added a huge little other water fountain in the middle, I guess you would call it. And then I added some benches where your Sims can sit and enjoy it. But the last finishing touches, I added like the little brick floor and then more of the hedge maze type deal going on. But that's pretty much it for this build, you guys. The pictures will be coming up very shortly, so you guys can look at those. But if you guys want to download this build, you can download it on the Sims 4 download launcher. My origin ID is HalieCakes, so it's spelled the exact same way here. No extra letters, no extra numbers, nothing like that. If you guys have any problems with the build, let me know either in the comments down below. Thanks guys for watching. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure to do so to see more videos like these. If you guys have any suggestions for any Sims build or any other games you guys would like me to play, also do that in the comments down below because I would love suggestions. That would be awesome. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.